Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Hope you all are having a blessed day. Mine's been going a little funny this morning. Don't know what's up, but yeah, I wanna show you all something, and I wanna tell you about something, and then I want to read you something. Not necessarily in that order, but today I don't know. I was just not getting a feeling on the tarot cards. I just, they weren't drawn to me today for some reason. What were the Wiccan runes. So today, instead of a tarot reading, I'm going to give you a rune reading. Before I get to the rune reading, I want to show you all something I got. I ordered these. They were free, actually. Just had to pay for shipping. Comes with a nice silk bag. Well, don't think it's real silkish bag. And it's tarot cards. Well, they're kind of like tarot cards, oracle cards. That's the backs of them. But you color them in. And I'm not saying with crayons. I'm thinking like with colored pencils or a nice set of markers or something. And some of this artwork is really good. I got two of them, but I love these. Now it's going to be finding the time to sit down and do it, but I thought that would be a neat way of de-stressing sometimes. Just get my my pencils and just take a out of mind experience and color away. I haven't colored in a coloring book in a long time, but so this should be interesting. I have done a little painting, but not paint by numbers. Not since I was a child, that is. Yeah, very, very interesting cards. And it should be exciting just to see what I can do with them. But until I get them done, I won't show you the whole deck. You know, I won't be pulling these out again until after I'm done, probably. Now, that one's pretty. The woman that did these cards, her name is Melanie Beckler. And she's got some decks out that are finished and everything. But in this particular deck, she just decided to, I guess, allow the reader to do their own take on the cards. But yes, I thought these were pretty cool. People talked about making their own cards before, and I thought, wow, That'd be a neat concept, but I don't know if that's something I'd ever be able to do. But now with these, yeah, I can pick up a colored pencil, and boy, these, I guess because they're freshly cut, they've got some paper shreds along the edge. And I'm about to take my cloth off. It's starting to get kind of dusty. Anyway, I'd gotten those last week, actually, and I thought they were pretty cool and been wanting to show them. So now let's get to this rune pull. I will pull 3 runes. Okay. Now there's the first rune. This rune represents the harvest. It's a positive rune. It represents the fruition of a job well done, abundant wealth, family happiness, and reaching the next level of development in the situation at hand. All your hard work will be mightily rewarded. Make no mistake, though, that good things take time to develop. Don't rush ahead foolishly or slack off. Next one is the sigh. This refers to causing damage that requires healing. It's a negative rune. Warning, there is danger ahead. Slow down and be cautious about your progression forward on this path. You may need to cut out negativity and get rid of people and things that no longer serve you. There may be a parting of ways from what you once knew, such as a breakup or being fired from a job. Avoid risky choices and sabotaging a good thing. You may have an enemy nearby. Nearby. And this last one refers to a woman. Okay, this again is a negative situation. It represents passiveness, receptive energies that are categorized as feminine. It can represent a literal woman pertaining to the situation. Other feminine characteristics include nurturing, creativity, birth of something new, and cleansing energy are associated with this. Okay. So if I was to read them all together, I would say that there is great progress. Great things are coming or trying to come. But there is something standing in the way that must be dealt with first. And it possibly involves a woman. It's involving starting into something new, creating something, taking care of something. Something you're trying to do to help out someone else. It's being disrupted by something. Something is standing in the way of preventing that from being successful or even happening in the first place. So You need to deal with this situation in order for your happiness to be fulfilled. And it doesn't have to really be, it can be your happiness at just helping others, which seems to be possibly to be the case. You're trying to help someone else, and it's a great gesture on your behalf. This may or may not involve um, a mother figure, but thinking on broader terms, it could be anybody. Most likely it is a woman, and within those odds, I would place it more toward like a motherly person, a mother figure, or a mothering, nurturing situation is going on here of some sorts. Perhaps someone else is mothering you, smothering you with too much and almost blocking you from growing on your own. And although this was a very positive rune, the harvest, to start out with, these two negatives really kind of destroy the momentum of that rune. So I wouldn't say it's a really good time for making a decision or acting on anything in particular. Not until this mess kind of works itself out. In a relationship, you might be feeling smothered somewhat. Like in a job, you might feel like someone is on you too much, looking over your shoulder maybe, not giving you enough space to work on your own. Thing is, to be patient, lie low. This situation will pass. It should take care of itself. All right. I hope that made sense to some of you all out there that might have needed that. Now, here's a couple words of wisdom before I get into anything else. I'm not sure who said this, but I'm saying it right now. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. Think about that. And here's another one. Everything changed once I stopped looking at things and saying, I wish that was me, and started saying, okay, I can do that too. And I don't know who said that, but I can say for myself, yeah, that's when things changed for me. Once I stopped thinking, oh, I could never do that, until I started thinking, huh, I bet there's a way I could do that. Anyway, today's really a jumble of things. Okay, so I have the top 8 zodiac signs, which are most likely to become killers, plus the top 3 that are most likely to be murdered. So here goes. First of all, the serial killers. What's your odds of becoming a serial killer based on your sign? Well, starting at the bottom and working its way up. Number 8, we have Taurus. I think we all expected the Zodiac's big teddy bear to have the least of a thrill to kill. While besides the 22 dudes on this list, common MO, including necrophilia, strangulation, shooting, and even cannibalism, what distinguishes Taurus, however, is how many essentially hunted their victims in hiking trails, parks, mountains, and to include anything property related, such as hotels, leased buildings, etc. In astrology, Taurus rules over Mother Nature and our basic necessities such as food. Examples of serial killers born in Taurus are H. Holmes, the Andes Mountain Cannibal, and the Gorilla Killer. Number 7 is Cancer. Now, Cancer takes on a similar vigilante complex as Aquarius, which you'll see here coming up, except many of the 34 serial killers were previously offenders in areas such as gambling, petty theft, assault, and rape, to include a much lower body count than any of the signs. Common MO includes holding as sex slaves, beating, strangling, shooting, and in a few even drowning in bathtubs, which doesn't seem to show up on any other signs. The trigger for many, however, had something to do with someone betraying or blackmailing them. Other victims were typically high risk, more specifically prostitutes. Cancer at the bottom of the list is pretty fair if you ask me. And examples of serial killers is Charles Ray Hatcher, the prostitutes killer, and love slave killer. Now 6, Virgo. Virgo may be ranked lower than expected, but the nature of their atrocities are what we'd expect. The Virgo MO generally includes rape, strangulation, mutilation, and disembodiment. On the other hand, what distinguishes Virgo from other serial killers is how almost all of the 39 had robbery or something bank-related. The most prolific Virgos, however, were former medical professionals who poisoned their patients or surgically dismembered them. Only Virgo is capable enough to be so meticulous after all. And examples of Virgo serial killers is the Angel of Death, the Boston Strangler, and Maria Swanenberg. Okay, going to number 5, Pisces. And it's in a tie with another one. So I'll get to that one here in a sec. But Pisces. Who knew sweet and sour Pisces could be so ruthless? Pisces serial killers are the too charming to be true ones our mamas warned us about. Mutilation, rape, torture, tying up, and cannibalism seem to be their most common MO, but what distinguishes Pisces, their victimology targeted age extremities, specifically children, minors, and the elderly, also including some elements of pornography, sexual grooming, or sexuality. Examples are the BTK killer, John Wayne Gacy, and Richard Ramirez. Now, as I said, that was tied for number 5 with Gemini. Gemini serial killers seem to be vengeful above anything else, aside from demented, of course. Granted, strangulation, cannibalism, vampirism, tying, posing the bodies, and rape are common to their MO. What distinguishes Gemini from the other serial killers, they're the most likely to kill someone they know or kill by association. Many killed couples, families, neighbors, and even their own. Oftentimes, with overkill and stabbing or a firearm, in many cases while the victims were in their vehicles, which, who rules neighbors, locality, and transportation in astrology? Gemini. Some examples include Jeffrey Dahmer, the I-5 killer, and Samuel Little. Now, for number 4, we have another tie. Aries. Aryan serial killers are so predictable. Why not? First, none had a common MO, to include very few of the crimes being sexual in nature. The most popular weapon of choice was a firearm. Why, may you ask? Many of them reportedly told police they had aspirations to outdo their predecessors on their body count. Other random violent acts include beating, strangling, arson, and anything that can be racked up, or anything that can rack up the body count. Not to mention, a common trigger was being dumped. Their murders were usually tactless, lacking organization, and was literally only motivated by the idea of being number one, which is unsurprising for Aries. Examples include the chessboard killer, Jane Topin, and the raincoat killer. And as I said, that was tied with Scorpio for number 4. Scorpio is a mix between Leo and Aquarius in terms of this list. Scorpio, on one hand, is exactly what we'd expect, a sexual sadist who is oftentimes serial rapists and stalkers before their killing spree. Torture, strangulation, necrophilia, and vampirism were also recurrent in their MO. Other Scorpio serial killers, the use of a firearm, except many for Scorpio were done execution style. Almost all of these cases involved prostitutes, hitchhikers, and other high-risk folks that may encourage a vigilante complex. Examples include the ABC killer, the Vampire of Hanover, and the South Side killer. Okay, and I told you there was a tie for number 4. Well, I didn't tell you how many were tied for that spot. The third number 4th tied is Libra. Who knew Libra could be so violent? Expectedly, their murders were a lot less messy than others. Common MO includes strangulation, sexual torture, and taking valuables of the victim as trophies, and more specifically, tying up at least one of their victims and posing them after. Guess the sign of justice just had some remorse, or they undoubtedly treat their atrocities as an art. Examples of this type include the trash bag murderer, the hillside strangler, and Pedro Lopez. Now, you may not believe this. When I said number 4 was a tie, I gave you Aries and Scorpio, and then I said Libra was in there. Well, this is a 4-way tie because the next one and last one for 4th place is Aquarius. The zodiac's humanitarian is not so humane. Who knew? Weirdly, Aquarian serial killers have commonly been the deranged and bigoted vigilantes. While torture, rape, and necrophilia is their common MO, many of the 42 targeted high-risk victims, such as the homeless, poor, prostitutes, runaway, or anyone related to that. Would have been better if they played the anti-hero like Dexter, who killed off the other serial killers, which main actor Michael Hall is an Aquarius himself, by the way. And a couple examples is Lewis the Beast and the Green River Killer. Okay, now we're up to number 3. Finally, we're out of number 4 after 4 ties. Okay, number 3, Sagittarius. Sagittarius isn't that shocking. Carrying a smaller MO with rape, strangulation, and robbery, though age was less of a variable in their victimology, what made most of these killers different than the other signs, necrophilia and trophies such as dismembered body parts and valuables of the victims. Examples of this include Ted Bundy, the Torso Killer, and the Interstate Killer. Now, we're down to the top 2. Number 2, Leo. Though Leo is less in terms of number, their overall body count and nature of their atrocities should land them above the number 1 spot. The MO is similar, except a bit more disturbing. It often has rape and sexual torture included, more specifically younger aged and cringe children and cannibalism, which Leo rules the sector over children. Examples include the Blood Countess, Elizabeth Bathory, the Railroad Killer, and Monster Killer. And now, the number 1 most likely to be serial killer zodiac sign is Capricorn. It's pretty obvious what the underlying manifestation likely is: need for total power and control. Capricorn is not only authoritarian, they're notorious for ritualistic killings. Their MO commonly being strangulation, robbery, to include a religious justification built around destiny. Hence, who rules destiny? Capricorn. Examples of this is the Sorcerer, the Freeway Killer, and the Wolf of Moscow. Okay, and Capricorn has a list of 55 serial killers born under its sign. Okay, now just for fun, on the flip side of that. Now here are the 3 signs that are most likely to get murdered. In no particular order, first up, Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and people who fall under this category are born between March 20th to April 19th. Their symbol is the ram, and they are affiliated with the birthstones topaz, heliotrope, aquamarine, jasper, and diamond. They possess the element of fire, which means they are very passionate, have an exploring tendency in them, and are feisty and don't want to be held back. Their ruling planet is Mars, which brings them passion, aggression, ambition, and animal instinct. So obviously, when combined with the famous fighter Ram, they become unstoppable. Just remember, when you see an Aries being argumentative or competitive, you can see the influence Mars has over them. Generally, an Aries can be described as someone who likes to pursue their dreams and passions and are quite competitive and defensive. Hence, it is not a good idea to come in between them and what they want. They are motivated by their animal instincts to be at the top, and this powers them and their desires, so be careful. Why are they most likely to be killed? It's not surprising why this zodiac sign is one of those, or the top for that case, that is most likely to be murdered. They are indeed brave and strong, however, they have some certain traits that put them out in the spotlight, and hence make them an easy target. The Aries sign is always bent on doing what is right, despite the consequences. They will always speak up when the truth is being concealed, and might be the first one to say, "I do." However, it can be deduced that they lack wisdom, not knowing when to do or say the right thing. They will innocently defend others, say the truth, and put themselves out in danger when the benefit is less and harm is more. Here are some traits that generally get them on the top of the list. Impatient. Like other signs, this one too is impatient. This may be because of Mars' influence or the element of fire it possesses. Nonetheless, Aries are quite impatient and want to see fast results. This will cause them to become cranky sometimes or even stressed. It may even add to the anger outbursts they experience, especially if things are not going well. They're impulsive. Not only are they impatient, but they don't want to cause the weight themselves either. This is why you will notice they want to make quick decisions and not waste time, even if it means not being sure what they want. They greatly value time and obviously want to see their efforts in the form of accomplished goals, so they will do everything they can to make things happen. They are not the type that will sit down, take their time, and think things over, but instead will move on to make a quick and hopeful right decision. Bold. Yes, they are bold and will utter whatever they feel or think, even to a high authority who has the power to override them and their ideas and beliefs. But they will not stay quiet in the face of the enemy or what they consider wrong. Okay. The next one, who is likely to be murdered? Cancer. Cancer is the fourth astrological sign in the zodiac, represented by the symbol of the crab. It is a sign for those people who are born from June 20th to July 22nd. People born with this star are often considered as caring, sensitive, and protective, but their habits of repressing their feelings and thoughts will surprise you when they experience strong mood swings and extreme anger. Their focus is not on their own self, but on others and their well-being. The moon is the ruling planet of Cancer and represents the unconscious, one's feelings, and the self as it takes light from the sun, which focuses on the person itself. The moon represents the feminine side, which is associated with nurturing others and caring for their needs. It inculcates the instincts of caring for loved ones and those in need. The element of Cancer is water, hence they have a deep relationship with the realm of emotions. They feel strongly and are quick to note how others are feeling. They allow themselves to get in touch with their emotional side more compared to others, so they feel and express strongly too. Why are Cancers such an easy target? The Cancer sign is very innocent in the way that they can be excellent caregivers for others and throw themselves all into taking care of someone to the extent that they can put the other person's needs first. However, it is another story that this can backfire. Nonetheless, the commitment of the Cancer's caring personality and desire to be there for other people no matter what, and being fueled by their emotions is what's likely to get them killed. Let's look at some of their traits that get them on this list. Caring. Cancer is one of the most caring stars of the zodiac. They focus much of their energy on their friends, loved ones, and family, and want the best for them. They even go to the extent of ignoring their own needs to fulfill those of others. Cancers are the type of people who will be there for you in their difficult time, to lend you a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen to your worries. They believe in helping people feel better due to their strong belief in emotions and their caring nature that arises from both their ruling planet and element of water. Not only do they care, but they want you to grow, and they will strive to be part of that process. Loyal. When it comes to Cancers, they are extremely loyal. You won't have to worry about them snooping around behind your back or not defending you in front of others. They have a deep and well-rooted relationship with you and will do anything to keep that as it is. They are loyal because they don't want to hurt you, and they realize the pain that is associated with cheating or not being there for their friends and family at their times of need. Also, they have this innate urge to take care of you, either by being there to defend you or show you that you are the only one they want to be with. So even if all the evidence stands against that one man you care about so much, if you are a Cancer, you are still likely to give them the benefit of the doubt, even if it means going against everyone else. Although this may term you as a great partner, the man you are sacrificing everything for now, very well aware of the control and influence he has over you, and hence you are an easy target. Repress emotions. Although Cancers are very receptive to the emotions of others, they try to repress their own. They want to focus on the well-being of all those around them and do not want their own emotions to become a hurdle in this process. Also, maybe they are scared of opening up, as others may not be able to care for them as they would care for others. The birthstone of Cancer is ruby, but goes well with moonstone, pearl, and emerald as well. And the third sign that's most likely to be murdered. And just seeing who this is makes me think of a volcano erupting, and they have to sacrifice somebody. So who do they throw in the volcano but a virgin? Virgo is the astrological sign of the zodiac, which is assigned to people born between and including the 22nd of August to the 22nd of September. It is the sixth sign of the zodiac with the symbol of a maiden. These individuals who possess this star are defined as people who value their work in that they put much effort into it, desire for it to be of the higher standards, and are very committed. The birthstones affiliated with the zodiac sign include sapphire, jade, jasper, and zircon. The zodiac sign of Virgo is ruled by the planet of Mercury, which influences the intellectual side of Virgo, and this is usually applied for their work, home, and professional life. It also transformed the meaning of life for Virgo as one to be of service either at home or in the work or to their friends. Hence, this may result in Virgo being very hardworking to achieve the best in their work, loyal and dedicated in their personal relationships, and kind and reliable when it comes to their friends and family. The zodiac sign has the element of earth, which reminds people to be humble and stick to the foundations, hence influencing the star of Virgo to be loyal and hardworking, as well as to take things slowly. This element also incorporates a sense of stability into Virgo. But the Virgo as the prey. A Virgo is very innocent. They are concerned about the work only, and although they are not naive, they still look at things at face value and don't like to make assumptions, which could as well save their life. Here are some traits of theirs that reflect their vulnerable state. Overthinkers. Yes, Virgos are overthinkers, and it can lead to much worry, concern, and stress. They will overthink in different aspects of their life unnecessarily, maybe about a fight with a loved one, why their work didn't turn out as good as they had anticipated, or how they will perform at a competition tomorrow, or what if they don't get their dream job. Kind. Virgos are very kind beings and do not believe in being harsh with people except when it's needed to get work done. Aside from that, they are very humble and even affectionate. Virgos use love to get the best out of people and believe in empathy, kindness, and understanding others. They realize people are different and have contrasting experiences, hence they should be dealt with kindly and patiently. Reliable. Virgos are committed to providing the best version of themselves to others. They are extremely reliable and will not disappoint you. If you expect them to meet you at noon for lunch, they will be there. If you have asked them to complete a task for you, they will have it done even before it's due. They want to make you feel that you can count on them. You can count on them no matter what. Even if you have ghosted them for a week, your usual way of treating them when you feel like it, you know they will be out there when you finally decide to ping them. Nevertheless, their reliability is still something that is likely to get them killed, because they will be waiting for you at the perfect spot of the soon-to-be crime scene. I know their rationality doesn't always make a whole lot of sense, but hey, it's just for fun. Hopefully none of you all, no matter what your sign, gets murdered. But yeah, I just thought some people might get a little bit of an entertainment value out of that. Speaking of entertainment, one last little quotation. You will never entertain the world by trying to be like it. Well, I have to admit, I don't try. I just, uh, I just do my own little thing on my own little fringe of society, wherever that may be. Anyway, hope you have a blessed Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. Peace, believe, and until tomorrow, bye bye.